My presentation is about the way we may use the beauty of uniqueness at the frontier of science and technology, put in the context of smart territorial and, of course, urban development, and it is about Laser Valley, Land of Lights. And I presume most of you already know about what means, what is at the core of this Laser Valley, Land of Lights. It's an unique pan-European research infrastructure. Of course, you may ask me why lights? Lights because there are two nice, beautiful ingredients around lights, laser and gamma beam. Both are lights and are about lights. So the idea of talking about Laser Valley, Land of Lights, it's actually the talk of using, again, the power of uniqueness in science and innovation for doing high-tech business. It was in 2007 when the European Union decided for the first time in its history to allow the use of structural funds for a pan-European research infrastructure. And if it is about using structural funds, funds for cohesion, for research infrastructure, I don't know exactly how to accommodate the science and innovation and investment for of structural funds devoted to the cohesion. So this is actually the core of my presentation. The infrastructure is on its schedule, it is on time, and in a year from now, definitely the lights will be actively used for science and for offering a nice, beautiful context of doing business. But what we have done until now around the subject of science and innovation is, in a way, from the public arena, the orchestrating of the development of the territorial innovation ecosystem. And it's actually the role of the entrepreneurial state. Is not about doing and driving, it's just inspiring. It's just inspiring and preparing a lot of ingredients for doing high-tech business. And I have some slides about the infrastructure. I will not go into details, but this is actually the host of the laser and gamma beam. Here is the area in the southern part of Bucharest, western part of Bucharest, a nice, beautiful, totally unbalanced area of Bucharest because it is, there are only empty places and not nice, beautiful things as in northern part of Bucharest are. But from this point of view, there are plenty of opportunities. This is actually the extreme light infrastructure. I will not go into detail. But for preparing all the discussions about how to invest in business in Magurele, we started last year together with the Center of Urban Development and Professor Enache and his team. We start implementing a foresight exercise. Foresight exercise looking at what is possible to be done in a large territory around the infrastructure. And we have been focused on the spatial development and concept. We try to see what are actually the opportunities around the idea of doing science, driving innovation, doing high-tech business, educating people in the area, living, and having nice, beautiful areas for the free time. Also looking at one of the key ingredients for Magurele, the way of connecting area with the airport, with the city center, and with the Danube. Maybe you will ask me why Danube, because in a way our target is to link in a way the setting, the developments with the Danube strategy. In a way, having extreme light infrastructure and Land of Lights, a new flagship project for the Danube strategy, will be an associated one, not initial, because the project was not part of the Danube strategy. And of course, when you talk about foresight exercise and urban development and territorial development, you are free to dream. Yeah, it's nice. But also, it's about dreaming for giving you a chance to act. And again, you may see here the results of the discussions. Many things doing science. There are opportunities for different business in health because the proton therapy will be, and it is at the core of the pan-European research infrastructure. The facilities are unique in the world, so plenty of opportunities for new therapists, for doing real business, but also it's about education in a different context. It's about universities there and also eco-living or different other ingredients here. What's next? Because it seems to be something very much linked with the future, but where are the hooks for the present? We have just announced a week ago an international competition for ideas in urban development. It is now rolling out in Europe, outside Europe. In September, at the beginning of September, we plan to have the evaluation of projects. And at the beginning of October, we'll keep you informed. It is planned an international conference of doing business in Magurele. Again, it's not about doing science. Science is there. It's about doing high-tech business. And already the key players at the level of European Commission, commissioners, of course, also Council of Regions, companies from Europe and US are ready and keen to be part of the developments. What is our role? Again, our role is to facilitate. Our role is to present a business case for doing science in Magurele. And from this point of view, we are hardly working with one of the big four and Aspen for preparing this case study of doing business and high-tech business in Magurele. I think it is enough, and I just ask you to be tuned for the presentations and case study in September. Thank you very much, and October.